Hello everybody, thank you so much for coming. It's finally the day of the book launch and I can't believe it. I'm sitting here in my garden, there's loads of parrots going off, there's a big storm that's rumbling in around us. And we might find this gets a little bit noisy at times because all the birds do love to join in. I hope they do now, they're all being quite quiet. But I'm so excited to be sharing this with you. It's been 8 years of writing this book, and when I first started, I had all these expectations because somebody was actually helping me to get my story of the trip that Gil and I did with the camels to a mainstream publisher, and everybody was perceiving that book as being a travel book and not this incredible spiritual journey that it actually was. And so I tried to write that book as a travel book, and when the publisher read it, they loved it, but they felt that something was missing, and they asked me to go back and do some rewriting and then submit it again. Well, not only did I go back and do some rewriting, I discovered that I had a whole other book and a story that needed to be told before the one of the animal trip, and this is it. It's Ghosts and Goomas. It begins 22 years ago, a little bit longer, 25 years ago, when my life was in a big old mess and I had not learned how to create happiness in my life, and I felt like I was living in hell. Hi, Chad! Okay, everybody, I'm trying to talk! So my life was just this big old mess, and there were times I felt so desperate. I didn't tell anybody because I didn't want people to know I was creating this shitty life. And so I struggled on for a long time by myself, but there were times where I would just fall to my knees and plead with the universe to help me find a way to end the hell I was in. And when my life shifted, it shifted big time. And this is the story. It's remarkable, incredible. Many people have found it difficult to believe the story that I share here. But everything in this book is true. I have, of course, changed a few people's names just to protect their identity. But this is my story. And you're going to find so many gifts in this. The gifts that I discovered as I lived it. And one of the key ones was the beauty that we manifest in our lives when we love ourselves. And that is the key to creating a life that we love. It's the key to manifesting abundance, to attracting our partners. And I know that you're going to get a lot out of reading this story. But there's also a story of kind of like a whodunit in here. A wrong was done many years ago, and in here it's spoken out about for the first time. And yeah, it's completing a cycle. Some things, you can't hide things under the carpet, however big you are, however huge your organisation is. They come out in the end, and there's something unveiled in this book that I share with you for the first time. And it's a crime that was committed over 20 years ago, and it's finally shared here. So there's so much, there's so many layers of healing, of learning to trust, of letting go, of realizing that we're not victims. Whatever we create in our life, even if we are in a dysfunctional relationship and our partner's abusive, it's co-created. We're all incredibly powerful beings, and when we realize that, we actually have the tools that we need to create change in our life. So I know you're going to love this book. I've worked so hard on it, and the story just speaks for itself. It's remarkable. So thanks so much for coming, and have fun this week. I'm just going to be cruising along with this. If I feel like having a lay down, I'm going to be having a lay down. If I feel like taking a hot bath, I'm going to be doing that. This is a week for me of nurturing and loving myself, and hopefully overflowing that love out into the world so that you feel it too. So enjoy the book launch. Thanks for being here. And when you've read it, if you love it, let everyone know. Thanks so much.